వస్తున్నాను. స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయిందా?
Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Come on. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Team Swarmers versus Team Cssena. We have Team Swarmers on the defending side with Satvik, Tejasai, Abhishek, Vainko and Hulk. On the defender side, we have Bharadwaj, I'm Not a Hero, Nikhil and Arm Zombie and Hawk. Okay, starting. Sorry for the delay, but Team Swarmers is in a lead with 3-0. Moving in. We have Swarmers pushing into B, but Killjoy gets taken down by Hero. Hydra with a close combat takes down Hulk.
Light planted.
One enemy remaining.
We have a situation of 3v1 with Cssena pulling in a comeback lead led by I'm Not a Hero.
The spike is diffused.
Abhishek, audio. Okay, moving into the fifth round of the match. We have Mr. Hydra of Team Cssena leading the team, but the leader of the team is going to be I'm Not a Hero. On Team Swarmers, we have Hulk with a 6 KD ratio. Going in, we have the Swarmers pushing into A, coming up against Mr. Hydra. I'm Not a Hero sadly goes down in the hands of Vainko. We thought he was the OP. Sadly starts spamming I'm Not a Hero OP. A 4v5 situation. Mr. Hydra tries to hold out, pushes in, gets 2 kills but gets taken down by Killjoy. We have a 2v2 situation with Hawk and Arm Zombie versus Killjoy and Hulk.
Spike planted.
Killjoy starts planting the spike as
One enemy remaining.
Hawk gets a flank and uses the high ground to take down one enemy. Fakes out and gets taken down by. This is another win for the attackers being led. Another win for the defenders being led by I'm Not a Hero. Some hype in chat, please. Pushkar bro, if that's who he is. Okay. Moving into the sixth round, we have Pushkar bro still hanging out at spawn, slowly moving into B, followed by Hawk, followed by Mr. Hydra. Mr. Hydra sets up blind. Pushkar bro may be camping, but we can't say. See Swarmers pushing into B, group together, holding down position. Sage manages to take down Hulk and Pushkar bro falls down in the hands of Killjoy. F in the chat boys for Pushkar bro. Pushing in, the defenders are pushed to just two with Mr. Hydra
Last
and
player standing.
being the last player alive. It's a 1v4 situation. This is a tough call for Cssena, which is seeing not enough leadership being given by Pushkar Bro. Mr. Hydra moves back to save as Team Swarmer starts holding down B side. And this is another win for the attackers as the Swarmers take the lead with a score of 4-2. Nicely done. And finish. Alright, going into the 7th round, we have from the Swarmers, Hulk leading the team with a kill to death ratio of 7:5. On Team Cssena, we have Mr. Hydra with a kill to death ratio of 10-4, pulling in a harder kill to death ratio but not being able to get the wins. Let's see what Pushkar Bro is up to. Holding down B side, A side, we have Pushkar and Hydra coming in and blocking everything. Team Swarmer slowly moving into A, about to face off against Pushkar Pro and Hydra. Take down the camera, slowly start going up, maintaining their stealth. Killjoy stuck in between two of his opponents, tries to stay calm. Killjoy peeks and gets a kill on Sage. On A, it seems that we have Hydra and Pushkar Pro still alive. The other Cssena member alive is Arm Jobby, who tries to go for a snipe but gets taken down by Hulk.
30 seconds left. Placing
Swarmers regroup and switch over to P as Spike gets planted. Now it's all up to Pushkar and Hydra. Hydra goes for a much stealthier play, but Pushkar seems to be much more ballsy. Goes in, gets a kill. It's OP and he goes down. F in the chat, boys. F in the chat. Hydra being stealthy, moving in, gets a kill on Killjoy, and gets sniped out by Hulk. It's now 5-2 with Swarmers taking the lead on Cssena. Starting the 8th round, we have Hulk with 9 kills and 5 deaths against Mr. Hydra with 11 kills and 5 deaths. Starting in the defenders, Pushkar Pro holding A with Armhawk and Sage holding B. We have Arm Jobby sniping and holding mid as the Swarmers try and pushing into A, being defended by Pushkar Pro. Pushkar Pro teleports away, which is not the bravest thing to do. Goes in, gets flanked, and gets killed. It's now up to Arm Zombie, Armhawk, and Sage to pull the win. Sage goes in, starts taking down the barriers. situation of 5v3. Vainpog takes down Sage as Armed Zombie tries to sniping from above. It's a sniper
One
versus
enemy
sniper
remaining.
duel, which is not going pretty well. Sniper comes to meet against him. Killjoy, but he gets taken down. This is a flawless victory for Team Swarmers. It appears that Cssena is not receiving enough leadership from Pushkar Pro. Going in, we have the 9th round of the game with the defenders spreading out all over, trying to get into position as Swarmers group together and start pushing together. Vainko with a snipe and gets a clean kill on Omhawk. Moving in, some fighting ensues in mid, and Vainko with another snipe taking down Mr. Hydra. It's a situation of 5v3 with some of Swarmers losing health. Sage gets a kill on Satvik as Sage tries to hold down B side. Sage heals for some health, tries to hold the angles as
Last player standing.
Killjoy and Abhishek push in and take him down. It's now up to Armed Zombie who needs to face off against 3 players, 2 of which are with low health, as the spike gets planted on B side. We have Killjoy, Hulk and Abhishek versus Armed Zombie. Armed Zombie coming in, unaware of the players in the container. With a proper flick shot takes down Abhishek, but he gets killed by Killjoy. Nice luck. We have 7-2 as we finish the 9th round of the game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we start the next round, please make sure to like and subscribe to DJ Gaming. Going in, it's the 10th round with Killjoy taking the leader board along with Mr. Hydra. Killjoy takes down Omhawk with a long range kill with the AK. Has his ult ready, but it's not ready to use it yet. Mr. Hydra and Pushkar Pro pushing into mid, but unable to get a kill, falls back. And he gets killed. F in the chat, boys, F in the chat. Nice. Okay, we have Armed Zombie, Sage, the last man alive on Cssena, and gets taken down by her. And the attackers again. Cssena suffering from an extreme lack of leadership by Pushkar Pro, which needs to change if they want to find a run. No, ఆడట్లేదురా. Well, it appears that Swarmers have started a twerking party back at this. Going in, the 11th round of the game. Pushkar Pro pushing into mid bravely with his cover all set up. As Attackers start pushing into A.
Begins.
Going in, Mr. Hydra gets a kill on Hulk and puts up another net. Uses the neural link to find out the positions of the other team. And is all set. We have a 4v4 situation. With all of the swarmers pushing back to their spawn. Team Cssena all holding A with Pushkar Pro soloing it out. Turning around with a knife, not getting the kill. Going in, Pushkar tries to go in for a flank as
30 seconds left.
Hawk faces off against players and gets 2 down. Killjoy gets a kill on Sage as Hawk still holds the angle. Uses the full dog, gets some damage but gets taken down by Killjoy. It's all up to Pushkar Pro. Will he get the clutch?
One enemy remaining.
Pushkar Pro gets the kill. Goes in. It's all up to Sage versus Abhishek versus Pushkar Pro.
You will not kill my allies.
Get the clutch. Hulk gets revived by Abhishek and that's the end of Pushkar Pro. F in the chat.
Last
F in the
round
chat.
before the switch.
I need a drop.
Okay. Achha. With a 7-point score difference, it seems that inside intel is telling us that Pushkar Pro is blaming FPS on his not so good or a poor performance. Pushkar Pro bravely pushing into the enemy spawn, walking next to the enemy turret, goes in and gets a kill. Pushkar Pro OP boys, Pushkar Pro OP gets a kill on Abhishek. Goes in, 2 more enemies back at base, but Pushkar is bravely holding the angles. It's a 3v2 situation with both
Cover going out.
One enemy remaining.
both of the swarmers at base. One of them gets taken on by Pushkar Pro again. Pushkar Pro pushing in, slowly going against Hulk, who is the kill leader for the game. Hulk slowly pushing into side B as Team Cssena starts a sweep of the enemy spawn.
30 seconds left.
Hulk starts getting this fight down as he's pushed by Pushkar Pro, but Pushkar Pro goes down. F in the chat, boys, F in the chat. Hydra and Arm Zombie pushing in, trying to get an angle on Hulk as diffuse. Arm Zombie with the knife throw and a beautiful kill. Getting Hydra. Beautiful kill.
Switching sides.
Okay, going in. It's now Csena's final pushback to a point with the proud leadership of Pushkar Pro getting 3 kills in the last round. Going in, let us begin the 13th round of the game. Okay, in the 13th round, we have switched sides and Cssena preparing themselves for the attack. Pushkar Pro bravely creeping up. bravely creeping up with his pistol out as the spike carrier armed zombie follows. All of Cssena bravely together, pushing into B, taking the high ground. Armhawk takes down Satvik as one more player is left on B. Jug gets a jump shot, and armed zombie takes him. I'm not a hero gets a kill on Killjoy.
Oops.
Armed zombie gets a shots on Hulk and takes
One
him down
enemy
and starts
remaining.
planting the spike. We have I'm not a hero with a double kill. Pushkar Pro holding it down. Pushkar Pro holding it down, facing against Vainko, who is presently the opponent's kill leader. Vainko pushes in, gets a kill, uses the silencer, uses the fireball, and Pushkar Pro OP gets the kill. GG's in the chat, boys. GG's in the chat. It's now a comeback for the Cssena under the leadership of Pushkar Pro. Moving in the 14th round of the match. Cssena switching it over and planning on pushing through A and mid. Pushkar Pro managed to get out a perfect blinding cloud, but is blocked by the barriers placed. He moves in silently, goes in, tries to get angles, and is about to meet and gets his kill. But he gets taken down by Satvik as soon as he leaves the next corner. Left in the chat, guys. Okay, we have a 4v4 situation as Killjoy goes down in the hands of Armhawk. Even though securing one kill, it's a 3v2 situation as Sage starts to plant the spike on site A. Team Cssena completely holding it down, but goes down and under Vainko. Vainko starts to heal before starting to push.
One
And
enemy
Hulk
remaining.
takes down Mr. Hydra. We have Sage, the last player of Cssena, who goes down in the hands of Vainko. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another win for the Swarmers.
Did you really expect that to work? There.
Okay, going into the 15th round, we have Vainko of Team Swarmers being the kill leader with 18 to 10, 1.8, followed by Mr. Hydra on the opposite team with 13 to 10. Killjoy of Team Swarmers being the second highest with kill to death ratio of 1.6. Pushkar Pro with an absolutely poor performance of kill to death ratio of 1. Going in, this is the 15th round. We have Vainko holding the angle, trying to get pushes in a fireball and excuse me.
Come on, let's go!
Pushkar Pro, the first person to die in this round, as Vainko tries to use his ability, pushes in, gets down, and Cssena moves in and gets an advantage of 3 versus 2. But it shortly goes down to 2v2 as Abhishek and Sage are the only players left. Sage, with also running on low health, maybe is the perfect time to start healing. Going in, we have Abhishek and Satvik sticking together, holding down mid as Zombie and Sage start pushing
30
into
seconds
A
left.
and start planting. Armed Zombie places cover and finishes planting spike.
Last player standing.
Going in, Sage pushes out, but he gets taken down by Abhishek, who pushes in. as Satvik gets a flank and takes the high ground.
One enemy remaining.
Abhishek goes down in the hands of Armed Zombie as Satvik also tries to peek, and
Get out.
Armed Zombie clutches the game for Cssena. Nice. Is it going to be the comeback? Let us see. Let us see. Okay, moving into the 16th round, we have Farmers pushing it out into both A and B and holding mid as C team CSN tries to go into A. We have Armhawk trying to get an angle and gets damaged. Pushkar Bro tries to move in and gets blocked. Pushkar Bro shifting out, trying to get going through a different angle. Mr. Hyde provides backup and gets 2 kills. I'm not a bros playing some sort of weird game of walking between walls as he is stuck between 2 barriers. Barriers go down and Pushkar Pro starts pushing in. We have a 3v2 situation. Armed Zombie, Sage and Piro of Cssena against Satvik and Vainko. Okay. Sage and Pro last people alive as the spike gets planted. Pushkar Pro with holding down the angle
One
and
enemy remaining.
gets the surprise kill on Satvik.
Last player
But
standing.
goes down in the hands of Vainko. F in the chat, boys. F in the chat. It's now a 1v1 situation with Sage versus Vainko. Vainko pushes in, tries to get a bearing of his location, pushes out a fireball and thinks of starting to defuse. Uses the wall to heal a little bit and he gets hit through the wall. Nice work, Sage. And this is another win for Cssena. Are this going to make a comeback? Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe. Let us find out.
On my way.
On the scoreboard, we have Vainko at the highest with 23 kills and 12 deaths. Going in, Armed Zombie gets a snipe on Killer
Somebody out.
and puts it into a situation of 5v4. I'm not a Pira goes in, tries to defuse the cover as he holds down the corridor. Abhishek holding down A site. It's now a 5v3 situation with Armhawk taking down Satvik. So we have Abhishek, Vainko and Hulk, the last members of the Swarmers left. Hulk goes in, faces off against Armhawk, kills him, but he gets taken down by Mr. Hydra.
Enemy
It's
removed.
now Abhishek taking on a beautiful headshot on Pushkar Bro. F in the chat, boys. As we move into a 3v2 situation, this spike carrier Sage
Your duty
prepares to
is
start
not over.
planting as
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Abhishek comes in and gets a successful revive. It's now a 3v2 situation as the
One
revive
enemy
meant that
remaining.
there's a comeback. Armed Zombie with a beautiful
player
snipe comes
standing.
in and it's a 1v1 situation of Hulk versus Armed Zombie. The sniper versus the... Oh, almost flinch as...
Clutch.
And Hulk manages to defuse the spike as Armed Zombie couldn't get there in time. F in the chat, boys. We need more better leadership from Pushkar Pro right now. It's now 6-11 with Swarmers leading at 11 points and needing 2 more. Going in, Swarmers seem to be spreading out, taking control of 8 and taking control of C while holding mid.
Shadows traveling.
The attackers are still holding at spawn, patiently moving in, pushing out.
Joke's
As-
over! You're dead!
Hawk tries to push in, goes into B. Is he aware of the enemy? Is he aware that people are this close? Goes in, gets the long shot on Satvik and teleports back. Mr. Hydra gets a kill with a headshot on Vainko as we have 1 more minute left in the match.
One enemy remaining.
You will not kill my allies.
Stage has survived on Pushkar Pro as on and it's now a 4v1 situation as attackers win. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, moving into the 19th round of the game, we have Vainko still leading the leaderboard at 23 kills, followed by 19 by Mr. Hydra. It's now Swarmers holding on both A side and B side. Pushkar Pro pushes in and gets a kill on Vainko with the leader. Pushkar Pro being OP and Pushkar Pro being happy.
Watch them run.
Pushkar Pro teleporting, gets an element of surprise and doesn't go that far. Team Cssena pushing into B, grouping together, and as Abhishek and Killjoy slowly start pushing in.
Spike planted.
Spike gets planted as we move into a 5v3 situation. Killjoy moves in but gets taken down. We have Abhishek and Satvik. Extremely wide flank as he starts moving in. Abhishek being patient and the spike
Last
starts to
player
go down
standing.
as Abhishek falls to the hands of Mr. Hydra. Going in, Satvik goes in and gets a double kill, but is it enough? Does he have enough time? We have a 3v1 situation and Satvik gets another kill, triple kill in the round, but it's not enough as the attackers win this round again. Is it now going to be a comeback for Cssena? Let us see. Okay, as we enter the 20th round, we have the team split up with Hawk, Hydra, and Pyro pushing through mid. They get blocked by a barrier, but go in and face off. Moving in, face towards the angle but gets taken down by Hawk.
Ciao.
Satvik moves in, gets a double kill as we move into a 4v2 situation.
Spike planted.
The spike
One
gets
enemy
planted
remaining.
as we have one enemy left. Armed zombie with the gunplay, but is not able to flush it out. It's now 12-8 as we go into the next round.
Match point.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is now match point for the Swarmers. If they win this, they take it down and go into the next round. Will they win, or will Cssena
someone
start clutching it out and manage to make a proper comeback and win the game? Let us see. Please make sure to like and subscribe.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Going in, we have Hulk holding B, about to come into the path of Hawk and Zombie as
Joke's over! You're dead!
Team Cssena all start pushing together into B. Hulk goes down at the hands of Mr. Hydra
I know
as
exactly where you are.
Sage starts planting.
Here comes the fire!
Satvik moves in,
planted.
takes out the rocket launcher, manages to get one rocket down, takes down the LMG, but is swiftly killed by Omhawk. It's now a
You will
4v3
not kill
situation
my
as
allies!
Sage manages to revive Hydra. And Killjoy manages to place
Last
the
player
Killjoy, but
standing.
it gets destroyed. We have Vainco left as the last member on his team with against 4 players. Will he save or will he push on?
Cover going out.
Vainco with a proper headshot gets 1 kill on Omhawk. With the second kill gets a kill on Sage, but it's not enough. GG's, nice try, but let's see. It's now 9-12. The game is still at match point with the pressure on Team Cssena to clutch it out in order to at least get into the next round. On the
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
On the scoreboard, we have Vainco leading the kill to death ratio with 26-15, followed by Mr. Hydra at 21-17.
Come on, let's go!
Going in, the attackers are split up, pushing mainly into A, with Omhawk solo going into B, takes down Satvik and faces off against Hulk and gets both kills. It's now 5v2. It's now 5v2 as
Found them.
Pushkar Bro managed to get 1 kill. Pushkar Bro
One
in
enemy
chat,
remaining.
please. Pushkar Bro gets some damage from the last remaining player of Swarmers, Killjoy, as he starts
Perfect
capturing.
accuracy.
Goes in. Killjoy left alone as Sage starts planting on B. Killjoy gets a kill on Mr. Hydra as 2v1 situation as Killjoy gets 1 more kill on Pushkar Bro. F in the chat for Pushkar Bro. Guys, F in the chat. It's now up to Killjoy to clutch it out in order to win. If they win, this is going to be their match. This is going to be their victory. Killjoy with low health and not enough time. Maybe will not make it in time and gets killed by Omhawk. The attackers win and push the score to a 10-12. The match is now edging close and close, and the tensions are building up as Swarmers are still in their match point and need just 1 more round to win. Going in, we have Cssena under the leadership of Pushkar Pro, bravely holding down their spawn, and planning into going into B. We have Satvik trying to hold B and mid as all of Cssena
Joke's over! You're dead!
Armhawk uses his ultimate to push in. Push in about to face off against Satwik and gets a kill and gets teleported back. It's now a 5v4 situation as all of Cssena push in. Vainco pushes in and gets a double kill. 2 headshots, 3 headshots on Armhawk and Sage.
Last
Pushkar
player
Pro pushes
standing.
in, gets a double kill on Abhishek and Vainco. And the attackers win with an unbelievable comeback. It's an unbelievable comeback as the points switch to 11 and 12. Entering into the 24th round. Let's see what happens. Moving in, both defenders and attackers trying to hold B, keeping it together. Satvik gets a cheeky angle, gets some angles. Very bad nade.
Bomb buddy out.
Puts down the bomb buddy moves in, doesn't get anyone in its sight. We have Team Cssena holding down their spawn as Team Swarmers push us in through mid and holds down B. Swarmers being aggressive in order to push and get their victory as they're in an advantageous 5v4 situation. Going in, we have Mr. Hydra solo in the
You
side
will
A.
not kill my allies.
Sage manages to revive and makes it back into a 3v3 situation as Vainco manages to snipe Hydra. It's now Armed Zombie, Armhawk, and Page
30
left on the
seconds
team
left.
against Abhishek, Satvik, and Vainco. Vainco gets the sniper out, gets a snipe on Armhawk. It's now a 3v2 situation. Gets taken down by Armed Zombie,
Last player
and
standing.
it's now a 1v1 situation of Abhishek versus
10 seconds left. Last player standing.
and it's a win by the Sage starts to plan and the defenders win.
Defenders
as the timer
win.
expires.
Now to
It's a
mend
close
what
call,
we
but it's a GG for Cssena as they lose. Nicely done, boys. Nicely done.